Hello, this is Al Hernandez from Group 2 again. Hope you all are enjoying your weekend. As I looked forward to hearing everyone's thoughts on the two readings for week 3, I thought the more compelling comments were going to be about the Bookchin chapter given the sweeping vision he painted for an ecological society. However, it ended up that the White reading was the one that elicited, at least from my perspective, the more interesting comments. While each group got different questions about the two readings, several themes emerged that I'm going to talk about. The first one was that White's writing about environmental injustice among the poor and people of color really hit home with the class. Almost everyone had a personal example about how they had witnessed or experienced this phenomenon. The impacts described ranged from apathy among those exposed to contaminants to the fatal consequences of dangerous working conditions. Another theme that surfaced was that many of the poor endure these hazards because they have no other choice due to the economic realities of their lives. Comments were made about the fact that the cheapest places to live are those near toxic environments like landfills, how that the only jobs the poor and people of color can generally get are in dangerous industries, and how the newly arrived face the added challenge of overcoming language and cultural barriers. A third point brought up by a number of people was the lack of education among the poor and ethnic minorities as a factor in increased exposure risk. As Alex said, they don't have the luxury of time, money, or other resources to deal with these problems. A fourth point brought to light was that of human dignity. The dissonance between who we say we are as a society and how we act was noted. Unlike the rich, the poor don't have a voice, so they're saddled with contaminated neighborhoods, toxic food, and dirty working conditions. When I first saw the term environmental blackmail, I thought it was hyperbole, but after reflecting on everyone's comments, I think it's an apt way to describe these injustices. Turning to the Bookchin writings, there were a number of different interpretations, but many of the comments circled back to the growing disconnect between humans and nature as the challenge standing in the way of creating an ecological society. Several people commented on how we've lost respect for the interdependency humans have with nature. Also, there was a call for not only respecting our environment, but changing how we treat one another, especially in light of technology that's making us less engaged with one another. The idea of considering each other's safety and well-being first was brought out by a number of people. I was inspired by one comment about Bookchin, and that was that we have the power to make change, and there's an opportunity for us to lead. Thanks, and I hope that these comments were helpful.